Boxing Source here, and this is the quote unquote Deontay Wilder hater segment of the month, so to speak. Of course, if you have followed the Boxing Source podcast, you would know that the host has been accused of being the biggest Deontay Wilder hater in the planet. And so, to not necessarily disappoint the people, the host will go ahead and give the people what they want. So, what we're going to do is we are going to go over these comments that were made by Raphael Akpajuri, who is from Nigeria and is a protege of Deontay Wilder. And Akpajuri has said that Deontay Wilder is already in, quote, amazing physical shape. That is what has been quoted from Akpajuri. And he said through Sky Sports is that based on what I know, the only person that could beat Deontay right now is Deontay. He will beat Fury if he sticks to the game plan from his coaching staff, and I know that he has all the physical tools. Right now, he is in amazing physical shape that I can tell you for sure. You will see a completely different Deontay mentally and physically in the ring when that bell rings again for that third fight. That I can tell you. Okay? Well, it's been, a good, about almost 7 months since we've had the fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. That was for the Ring Magazine and WBC heavyweight titles, where Tyson Fury was able to stop Deontay Wilder. And, going right off of that particular fight, there have been, excuses left and right. There was something going on in the locker room. He was pacing so much. He was using so much energy in the locker room that he didn't have any energy going into the fight with Tyson Fury. He had the whole little fiasco about his ring costume, which really wasn't much of anything because Wilder's team never even mentioned it. And as we know, Deontay Wilder comes to the ring with costumes like that anyway. So why would it be any different going into that fight against Tyson Fury? But here's my thing, right? I am very concerned with Deontay Wilder. Yes, we have heard a couple of times from Deontay Wilder. We had the whole thing in reference to the protests that have been going on. And we also had the little incident where, he was dancing to TLC. All right. He was dancing to TLC. Okay, so that's come and gone. But now it's about the fight that is planned for December 19th against Tyson Fury for those WBC and Ring Magazine heavyweight championships. For me, and this has been said, I am not necessarily sold on Wilder being necessarily ready for Tyson Fury in this third fight. Okay, what we saw in the second fight was that he can't necessarily fight off his back foot very well, and he doesn't really have that good of a defense. So with those two attributes that go against Deontay Wilder, if Tyson Fury is very confident in going forward and punching, as he has a better jab than Deontay Wilder, and he can basically, roll off punches better than Deontay Wilder can, that's a recipe for disaster for Deontay Wilder. There was a lot of instances where like people are saying, okay, back to this whole thing about Wilder being in amazing physical shape. The thing about it is, Deontay Wilder hasn't really been out of shape, in any fight or leading up to any fight. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like them making this particular comment is much of a difference. My concern is how much has he improved in the ring, his skills in the ring, his ability to, move around the ring. Yes, as a heavyweight, move around the ring. His ability to slip punches and counter very well, because he's going to need that to fight someone with the skill level of a Tyson Fury if he wants to be able to defeat Tyson Fury. A lot of people want to bring up the whole thing about what happened in the first fight. We gotta be clear. In the first fight, Tyson Fury was not in complete, shape, or wasn't completely back at that particular time. Look at the guys that he was fighting. Sefer Safari and Francisco Pianeta. Did he really need to be in his top form, against, those guys? No, not necessarily. So he basically went in there and was just, going through the motions against, a Francisco Pianeta and a Sefer Safari. But when he went up against Deontay Wilder, he basically showed that Deontay Wilder, even at that level, at the 41st fight of Deontay Wilder's professional career, that he is not there yet. And he basically showed that. He only slipped a couple of times when he got knocked down. And even after those knockdowns, what happened? Deontay Wilder didn't finish up, and Deontay Wilder ended up losing that portion of the round after scoring the knockdowns. So with that being said, that's why Tyson Fury pretty much had more confidence going into that second fight, and his change in philosophy made him be able to take out Deontay Wilder in that second fight on February 22nd. So if they are going to go ahead and have this third fight on December 19th, then we got to see much more improvement from Deontay Wilder for him to have a shot to defeat Tyson Fury. That's what I got in reference to this particular topic. I hope that it, fulfilled the label that the host of the Boxing Source radio show has, and we will continue with that in the future as we get closer and closer to that particular fight. But catch us here on YouTube, and be sure to catch the Boxing Source radio show live Sunday 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and we got the show on iTunes. Oh God, I'm gonna get flamed for this one, man. But who cares, man? This is what we do out here on the Boxing Source. All right, that's what it is, and I'm out. Peace.